Here we are, we stumbled over to the side at Olympus Arms SHOT Show 2025, and wow, look who magically appeared. It's Mike again. How you doing, man?
Doing well.
Okay, like it's been so long, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Long time.
Okay. I was going to throw some punchlines at you, but we'll wait for you to have
I gotta watch more movies.
We're gonna wait for you to have a stick in your hand so you can relax a little more.
Nice.
So now, this is the brother company or the cousin company to Mars.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
Olympus Arms is our consumer-facing company. I own both companies, majority ownership of both companies, and Olympus makes firearms for the consumer market. Mars does research and development for the defense industry. Okay? So this is our primary product right now. It is a reciprocating barrel rifle. We call it the RB10.
Mike, I need to jump in just real quick, and I know you're good with that because we were almost bouncing foreheads a little while ago to see if we could give each other a concussion. But Olympus Arms, is there or was there an Olympus Arms, say 10 or so years ago?
Yeah, so there was an Olympus Arms LLC out of California.
Okay.
We're Olympus Arms Incorporated.
Separate, completely separate entity,
not the
correct?
same.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that because there's going to be some guys that are going to think, oh, wait a minute.
This is the old Olympus Arms.
Yeah, is it the old? Okay.
No, not the same. The only reason we started it is because Mars Inc. had to split into a consumer and a military company.
Understood.
Otherwise, we'd still be Mars Inc.
I wanted to clarify that off the get-go because, again, there's going to be some brain cells that are still left with some folks who are going to be popping off with, is it the same or not? Of course, there's going to be some younger folks that would have no clue. But,
either way.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Or they're going to be losing the brain cells.
All right. So this is our reciprocating barrel system. It is chambered in the 308 family of calibers right now.
Yep.
And what makes our rifle unique is that when you shoot it, the barrel reciprocates the full length of the action. Okay. What that does is it turns the entire rifle into a shock absorber. It brings your recoil from a sharp spike down to a very slow, gentle curve. So I'm one of the two designers of the rifle, and this one's a tight fit, just like it should be. When you shotgun it open, when you break it, it comes apart in two pieces just like this. It looks a little bit like your typical automatic rifle system, except that our upper comes apart like so. And what that does is it gives you access to our proprietary bolt carrier system. I'll show you here. It's a straight pull bolt. Here, let's take a look at that. All right, so it's locked in the open position right now. This is not your rotating bolt head. This is mine and Dave's proprietary design. It looks like some of the older systems, but this one is unique. These are case breakers. See that action right there? So what that does is it allows gradual recoil to unlock and extract the case. So think of a short recoil gun that would have an accelerator, the barrel would stop moving, these would activate, and the bolt would go. Or in a long recoil, they would just stay together the whole length of the travel. This is the hybrid between the two. So we call it hybrid long recoil. The barrel continues to move, but by the time it gets to the end of the travel, the bolt has been unlocked and the round has been extracted about 30 thousandths. Right? So that makes it to where it's a very low energy requirement system so that we can still operate semi-automatically.
Right. About how many more moving parts does that bolt have over a standard barrel?
You know, not very many. So there are three inside of here, so a lug on either side and a driver in the middle, and then the bolt is all one piece, and then you've got the sleeve, you've got a case breaker on each side, and then a driver, which would typically be a cam pin. Obviously you got your firing pin and your firing pin retaining pin, so you're really only looking at about three more parts.
Okay.
Not very many more.
Yeah, you were operating that cam and some things, and my reptilian brain was saying, whoa, wait a minute.
What is happening there? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, so those interact with these ramps on the inside here. So this is a 7075 receiver. We call it a chassis because it's not a handguard anymore. This is part of the operating system. As you can see also, this link and this carrier spring live up inside of the castle there. They told us we couldn't do it, and we're very, very happy to have been able to do that. That means we don't need a buffer, we don't need a buffer tube. You can put a folding stock on this and shoot it with a stock fold, which is really unique. Also gives us a non-reciprocating forward charging handle, right? So I'm all about non-reciprocating charging handles. I should be able to shoot any way I want and not worry about the handle hitting me. This is, again, fully customizable. It comes out with no tools, left side only, right side only, or ambidextrous.
Field stripping is breeze.
Exactly. Being a soldier for so long, I want it to be easy and I don't want to have to use my gerber. Put these holes and these hooks in here so that eventually we can design all kinds of knobs and cantilevers and spring-loaded latches, all future development stuff. Our goal is really to future-proof this. You can see how low this rail is here. Because we don't use gas at all, we can have true C grip or what we call C+. We put a little rail section up there for maybe a backup iron sight or something. Of course, we do the full pick and then a minimum rail, but I am a big fan of the C+ and the C grip. I like holding it here. A very easy way to do that. All right, let's see if my fingers are going to cooperate today. So, if you want to change the barrel, you pull out this little barrel tab there, depress the separator bar, and the barrel assembly comes right out through the firearm just like so. All right, that gives you the ability to change the length of your barrel from pistol to rifle and back to pistol, or to change your caliber in less than 30 seconds with no tools. My record for this, from assembled to assembled with a different barrel, is 27 seconds. Of course, that was at the end of last SHOT Show, and I had done it a million times. So notice there's no gas going on here. This is a 7-position adjustable muzzle brake. This rifle is not your typical AR. You're going to see a review of someone who shot it and didn't adjust this, and because they didn't adjust this, it didn't work. You have to be intentional about how you shoot this rifle. You have to close off the muzzle brake to put more energy into the rifle depending on the round that you're shooting. You shoot a light 147 round with this brake open, I promise you it's going to short stroke. I designed it that way. You have to choke this down, put more energy into the barrel, and then it'll cycle. You open this up until you get the lightest amount of recoil that still allows it to cycle with your round and the way you shoot. It's fully customizable. This comes right off here for easy cleaning, and you can see that muzzle brake core is on the barrel right there. 16-inch barrel, threaded muzzle core. We're going to make a 14-inch barrel, and then we're going to weld that on so you can have the shortest length. We also make a pistol. It's the only 3-aught pistol that I know about right now. And that is the same operating system, 308, 10 3/4 inch barrel. Has less recoil than this does. Beautiful system. So, let's say that we make this with 3 different barrel springs. Again, fully customizable. Let's say that you want to change that. That's got a white spring. When you order this, it comes in a case, 3 different springs with it. So if you want to change it out, you drop this down, you pull this spring depressor shackle off, and the spring comes right off the end, just like that. Put the new spring on, a blue or red spring, medium or heavy, and then you put the shackle right back on like so. Spring holds the shackle, shackle holds the spring. There you go. This is the only part that gets any carbon fouling on it at all. This is adjustable muzzle brake. The rest of the rifle stays clean. You can wipe it with a rag and it stays clean. There's no gas tube, there's no gas port. This is a recoil operated firearm. All right? So, put it back together again, you just feed it right back into the system like so. And let's see if, again, if my fingers will cooperate. You pull your spring depressor forward. Yep. There we go. And put your spring tab in there. And there you go, it's locked. Alright? In the lower, here's some features that we're really proud of. This is a proprietary bolt catch system. So it is ambidextrous. I can use it right side or left side. This looks like it's industry standard, but it's our own. Works with Lancer magazines and PMags. You've got here a magazine ledge. So this allows us to convert the magazine insert. So let's say that I set this up typically with my 308. I've got my optics on it. I've got the stock I want. But it costs me $1.50 every time I pull the trigger. So now I want to shoot 9mm, 40, something like that. I drop a magwell insert here, has yet to be developed. I put a Glock magazine, for example. I change my bolt out for a simple blowback, and I get to train and practice with my rifle with much less expensive ammo than my 308. Pull that back out, put my 308 magazine back in, and I'm back to full power. All right? If you look in here, you can see there's just a rubber stopper. There's no damper, there's no buffer, it is just a stopper. You could put a receiver nut, folding stock, blade, whatever you want on there, and still shoot it with the magazine full. So that's what we have. I tell people we took everything about all the guns we loved, we put them all into one system. What questions do you have, Stuart?
Quick question. Barrel chrome line?
It is not chrome line. We've actually had some really bad experiences with chrome line barrels, so we don't do chrome.
Yeah. Tell me what your bad experiences
are. It actually causes overpressuring of the barrel because the round starts to build up residue on the chrome. It doesn't clean properly. Okay. So we do chromoly barrels, but they're not chrome lined. Yeah. And we've had really good luck with it.
No worries. Yeah. Wow, you've really covered it well, Mike. I'm having some a little bit of overload. Probably going to have questions cropping up in my dreams tonight. After I'm trying to burn off that Maduro cigar and the bourbon.
So I'll tell you that I do a kind of a bad job because I go into the technical details. I'm one of the inventors. I think it as an engineer, right?
Yeah.
But what you guys need to know is for consumers, is this rifle's available now on the website, olympus-arms.com, and we want to work with retailers.
Now this is available now.
It is available right
What
now.
is MSRP?
The MSRP is high. This is a premium rifle.
Tell me what it is.
$67.95 is MSRP.
Okay.
Right?
Little under 7 bills.
Yeah.
Not 7 bills. If I said 7 bills and you said yeah, I'd be like,
That's the other program.
I'd be tossing out the $700 every all day. So who is your? Do you mind mentioning the name of your colleague that you said is the other engineer?
Dave Lake. He's my man. He's my co-inventor. Yeah,
Okay,
Mike Marino and Dave Lake. We were going to call it Marino Lake Arms, but stuck with Olympus. Yeah. So if you look at the picture here, this is Vulcan, also known as Hephaestus. This guy made all the legendary weapons and all the Greek and Roman myths. Right? We take our cues from the legends, and we call them the gun gods. All the people that came before, from Browning, Kalashnikov, and all those folks. We love all their work, and we want to be good students of the masters.
Yeah, kind of a. I shy away from saying paying homage, but it's very much. Actually, it's actually very appropriate.
I call out Browning all the time. If I can be compared to Browning, I would be honored. Right? Everything
Mega
we
honored.
do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah. Mike, I can't think of anything else.
Thanks, Stuart.
Have a very safe trip home with your lovely wife.
Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that you've got a family organization going here.
Absolutely.
That's another thing. Appreciate the fact that you like cigars. And we'll talk other things down the road.
Great. Thanks,
Take good care. Bye-bye.
All right.